Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today we have a special one. We're going to be playing Clash Royale, but we're not allowed to attack, meaning that our deck does not have a winning condition, meaning that we cannot form like big counterattacks, and we can only attack his tower either by cards that he lets them get to this tower or by the poison that we have in our deck. And yes, we have a poison because if not, it's impossible to do damage to his towers, and he's the second they have a zap or something like that, they're going to be able to to take our towers like that. So you will see that the majority of the games over here are actually going to get to overtime due to the fact that the poison is very difficult for the poison to actually kill the tower. But yeah, we created this deck with one purpose, which is extremely good defensive cards. You can see the royal delivery, the mega minion, the Tesla, of course, the queen. We have her specially to be able to cycle to the poison a lot faster. The ice spirit as well. Everything is created for this sole purpose of fully defending and being able to do as much damage to them as possible with our poisons. And in the first game we actually got paired up against the Lava Hound, which I think our deck is honestly pretty well prepared to tackle Lava Hound players, due to the fact that we have Royal Delivery, which is really good against air cards. We have a Tesla, which is amazing against balloons. We have a Queen, which is incredible against these type of decks. And the thing is that he's going to be spending a lot of elixir on fireballs to our Queen. So that's the reason why we need a card such as the poison. So he zaps, he's not going to get there with the zap, but he gets there with the mega minion. Our Queen almost locked into his tower. But you can see that this is already getting pretty hard. He's winning in damage. We don't have a way to get to his towers except poison. Ooh, he's going to let that Barbarian Barrel hit. That's really good for us. So we're always going to be playing our Archer Queen as quick as possible in these defenses. And then playing the rest of the cards. And why, you may ask? Well, this is due to the fact that once you play a Queen, you have such a faster cycle than previously. Since your cycle becomes a 3-card cycle rather than a 4-card cycle. Look at that Royal Delivery was insane. We're going to play an Ice Spirit there. But the Fireball, the Barbarian gets a hit, the Ice Spirit gets a hit, and the Royal Delivery gets 2 hits. So that's how we get ahead in damage. And then we play a Poison. So we play always the Archer Queen first, and then start to play the Tesla, the Royal Delivery, everything like that, because it will be a lot easier to get to to cycle back to those cards beforehand. And especially if we play an Archer Queen and then we play like an Ice Spirit and other cards, we can cycle poisons extremely quickly. And you will see that in the last match, we're really behind with very low time, and we just do that strategy and we cycle like 3 poisons in like 10 seconds, which is really good. Here we Royal Delivery those barbs, but I think it's going to be a bit late because the Knight distracted them. But regardless of that, it actually kills everything thanks to the Barbarian Barrel as well. We're going to Tesla an Ice Spirit so that the Tesla stays there annoying him. And since he's going to play a Lava Hound, that Tesla is going to help a lot in this second defense without us having to spend a lot more elixir. So the Skeleton Dragons are actually going to die to our Poison and the Tesla placement. And the Lava Hound should die over there thanks to that Tesla. But yeah, so we're going to keep just playing cards, playing poisons. Whenever we can use them for defense, we'll play them for defense. Whenever we can use them for offense, we'll play them for offense. The 3 of these games are actually going to overtime. Since obviously we cannot attack, we cannot finish the games. We can only defend and try to win in overtime by doing the most damage. But our purpose was not to take down any towers. It was just to get as much damage as we could without having win conditions and without actually attacking his towers. So now again, we're going to go with the Archer Queen, the Tesla, the Royal Delivery, a Poison, and look at those barbs. They should get melted by the Poison plus the Royal Delivery. We're able to cycle back to another Tesla thanks to what I told you of the Archer Queen. He does not know that, so he fireballs our Mega Minion, and the Tesla is able to kill that balloon. So it's very smart for him to try and go for split pushing in this, again, when phasing my deck, but it does not look like it's working. I think we just have a way too defensive deck. With a very, very quick cycle. And there's actually 10 seconds left. Look, another Poison take out the tower under 1,000 damage, under 1,000 HP, and he just fireball zap our tower because he cannot understand how we actually won that. This guy was actually a pretty good player as well. I think he had top 1000 finish, it said in his profile. But yeah, we'll jump into game number 2 over here against Kenji. This guy's going to be playing Mega Knight with a cannon cart, a hunter, and everything like that. And he also has a poison. Honestly, the only thing that gets us ahead of him is that we have a very fast cycle compared to him. So that's how we will be able to win the deck. Look at how we counter the cannon cart just with a poison and a Mega Knight. It was able to... we were able to actually get over it. He plays a Valkyrie in the back. I think we're going to Ice Spirit to try and get some chip damage onto his deck. Yeah, that's what happens. Oh, he actually defends it with a Tesla. So we're going to use the fact that our queen is alive to cycle cards to get back to another poison. So here we play another Mega Minion in the back. We get to the poison and we actually play it very quickly against the Tesla. Those goblins should not get to the tower, but the Mega Minion is actually there to help us out. Just in case, because even 1 on HP could decide games over here since we're not able to attack. He plays another cannon card. We're gonna have very good defenses against this combo with the Barbarian Barrel and the Royal Delivery. But look, just look at I'm in love with the Royal Delivery card because it gives you just so much value defensively. They can't really do anything against it since it's a spell. And against ranged units, it does so well. But oh well. Now he plays our Valkyrie. I think we should start to poison here if we want to get ahead, because I think his attacks are going to start to be scary. He gives us a free poison by placing a Tesla on just before the bridge. But he poisons as well, so we do not get that big of an advantage in damage since he poisoned. But look at that. We have our poison back pretty much. We're going to defend these goblins with a Mega Minion, but I think one is going to get a stab. Yeah, one gets a stab, which is... it hurts a bit, but we're going to poison to hit the cannon card as well and get some damage, of course. That's how we roll. We're going to Archer Queen in the back, I think we should. Yeah, there we go. We're preparing our Barbarian Barrel and our Royal Delivery, of course, our favorite cards here. And we're gonna see his first push with that, which I think it actually goes pretty bad since the Knight dies pretty early and the Ice Spirit is late, so he actually jumps into our Queen. But we're able to freeze the Mega Knight and place another Knight before he actually gets a hit on our tower, which is amazing because the game could have gone the opposite direction if we didn't get that. Then the Royal Delivery is there to kill the cannon card, and the Mega Minion is there to kill the Valkyrie. So we actually managed to get away from that without too much damage. We poison his tower again to take the damage lead, and I think he's going to do the same to our tower, but I'm not sure. The bad thing about this game is that when he's going to try and get to our tower with big pushes like he's been doing, the bad thing is that when we play an Archer Queen to actually try and get value and defend against him, he's going to poison, which also allows him to keep up in damage with us. So we're going to have to be spamming poisons to his towers while we're in the middle of defenses, and it's going to make the game be pretty chaotic. For example, here, we defend the cannon card just before he connects to the tower, and then the Valkyrie is so close to getting to our tower as well. So yeah, we're 200 HP ahead in damage, and we're back to another poison, which I think we will use as soon as we have it, as soon as we have the situation under control. Well, no, we use it directly, and we'll defend this time with the Tesla, since we know that we have to be careful with these defenses. We use again the Knight very late, but however the Queen's ability manages to keep her alive. And then with the Barbarian Barrel and a Royal Delivery, of course, everything here dies as usual, and then a Mega Minion for his Valkyrie, cycling back to another poison. Now he decides to also include arrows to his spell cycling attack. And I think it's already too late for him, because if he plays that game, we have a way faster cycle than him, and we can actually get back to our poisons a lot faster than he can. I think we chose the poison because it's only 4 elixir. It gets so much damage to the elixir it costs, and it's the ticking, the fact that it ticks the damage and you can see it, the tower go down in damage, it makes it a lot more frustrating than, for example, a rocket. So I like that especially. So look, he's actually, our tower is on 700 damage. The cannon card almost connects to our tower, and that would have been a loss. Over here, we over defend this Valkyrie. We got our Barbarian Barrel just to cycle back to another poison. But it's not going to be enough, and it's going to be left at 364. But that's a game to win, and now we'll go to our last game, game 3. which will be, I think the most the most complicated one of them was the second one. Here we're gonna be playing against this was very complicated as well. Here we're gonna be playing against an elite barbarian rage deck, which gets to my nerve in the end of the game, because that's the only play he has. It's basically 2.6, but instead of a log, I think he has a rage, and instead of hogs, I think he has elite barbarians. So it's super annoying, and he has a fireball. I think I actually don't know if he has a fireball, but oh well. Here we're gonna start poisoning very early. He has a very fast cycle, so it's gonna be hard to keep up with it. We're gonna have to be playing a lot of queens in the back to make sure that we can keep up with his cycle. But yeah, here he goes again with the elite barbarians. We're gonna Ice Spirit and Royal Delivery it. I think here we're gonna miss the knight because we were waiting for the musk to actually cross the river. But by that time, due to the rage, the elite barbarian had already crossed the bridge. And look at that. Now we have to come back from a 900 HP deficit. He laughs. They laugh, of course. They're toxic players. We have to come back for 900. We have to do 900 damage extra to him without having a win condition and without being able to attack, because that's the challenge of this deck. So yeah, it gets pretty uphill from here. He actually lets a Nice Spirit connect to the tower. His mistake, he goes with another rage. We actually use a knight early this time, and it gets extremely close due to the fact that we were, look at her holding our Mega Minion just in case we had to use it, because we had no idea. But yeah, now we only have to cut down 600 damage. So that's not too bad. They keep emoting. I think we're gonna go with a poison. Since we have the queen up, we're gonna go for a poison since we can rotate back to it pretty early. We're gonna Barbarian Barrel this Ice Spirit. We don't want to let it connect. Our Ice Spirit actually connects again, and we're a lot closer on damage right now than we were before. We're gonna Royal Delivery the Musketeer. We were a bit early on it, but it's fine. We're gonna poison and then Knight, Ice Spirit, Mega Minion. Just go crazy with defense. Barrel I think is also gonna come down. Yeah, there it is, and we managed to defend it. And look at that, we're already equal in damage. So the remoting did not help them out a lot, to be honest. We're gonna enter into overtime right now. We're gonna Knight Royal Delivery. No, they're still in the rage. It's so annoying how they stay like with 1 foot outside of the rage. We're gonna Mega Minion, but I think we're too late. The Musketeer actually connects, so now we're behind in damage again by 700 damage. So we're gonna have to keep poisoning his tower a lot. And I think in this tower it actually looks like we're dealing a lot more damage. We're being more aggressive with our poisons. So here in Knight Royal Delivery again, we Ice Spirit to get some chip damage. He defends the Ice Spirit, and we're gonna Mega Minion early. We're gonna poison again because it's the only thing we can do to get damage onto his towers. And of course, guess what play he's gonna play? Oh, more Elite Barbarians. So that Royal Delivery was a bit scary, and it didn't work out that well because that Elite Barbarian actually went back to help the Musketeer. He actually shows that he has an Earthquake, and he's gonna try and start spell cycling us since he knows that's one of the plays he can do to actually beat us. And there go the Elite Barbarians again. Gonna go with the same play. He actually misses his rage right now, so it makes the defense so much easier. We're 200-300 damage behind, but and now this is when we start to realize that he's gonna try and Earthquake us out. And the only way to get out of this is by actually doing very fast cycles. And the best way to do quick cycles against a 2.6 player is to have a champion and do as many poisons as you can by protecting your champion and being able to rotate back to your poisons as fast as you can. So look, we actually get another poison. Our queen is still alive. We use her ability, so she's still alive. We use a knight, a barrel, and we've cycled back to another poison. So we did like 3 poisons in like 10 seconds. And look at that, we're ahead on damage. He has 2 musketeers down. He does another earthquake, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think he's going to be able to cycle back. He does a rage on the musketeers. Here come another elite barbarians. We're going to poison there. And another royal delivery, which should get there in time. It does get there in the last second, and we win the game thanks to that. So that was pretty fun challenge. It was a good game. If you liked the video, please like, comment, any other ideas you have, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.